This meeting is all about really scientific rigor around CEC, but really with a comprehensive view of the process. So that means CEC is not just reviewing cases. It's an entire process and involves multiple parties. It's the first really academic-led CEC summit that we have. And we wanted to really have this balance among all these different perspectives. Really our goal was to review CEC how we do now, but also predicting and trying to anticipate the future, how things are moving, not just how we're doing now, but how we're going to be doing 5, 7, 10 years from now.
It's a much less commercial meeting and much more a content-based meeting where we're able to understand what the processes are, where we have the FDA present, and where people are able to ask the key questions that are in everybody's mind, but never had a forum to ask.
We have lots of concerns about CEC quality, and they have a lot of questions about audit readiness, and I think it's helpful for us to provide some feedback to them on how to prepare for audits and what attributes really contribute to a quality CEC. I hope that some of what I said will help to change conduct going forward, that sponsors and CECs will meet early with FDA to discuss potential clinical trials, and that we can front load the process such that all of the pertinent trial documentation can be submitted early for our review and feedback, and that we can work to get agreement.
In clinical research, for adjudication, it's quite important to have clear rules to decide about how to classify an event. I think that's very important for researchers to understand that it's best to follow standard definitions than to create new definitions for their trials.
I was very excited when they asked me to present this new concept of negatively adjudicated event review. It was pretty novel. I was expecting the talk exactly what happened, a lot of new things, machine learning, adjudication standard definitions, and the conference was right on. We are looking basically to streamline this process and get some guidance. It's hard to share when you do things like I'm doing in isolation. I know my sponsor know it and I know it, but do I have other pharmaceutical and FDA know what I'm doing? So venues like this, I think it's really important to share knowledge.
Over the years, we can refine the discussions, we can create documents such as white papers that can become guidance documents, and maybe one day can become a CC guideline document that can really modulate and help people do CEC all over the world.
We're at an inflection point where we're trying to move ahead in the field and embrace new technologies to make everything more efficient, but it has to offer value. It has to be quicker, cheaper, and offer as good a quality. And I think it's great to have everyone together as we begin to flush out these issues and see what's the best path ahead that we can offer value, first and foremost to our patients, but also to our collaborators in industry and our institutions.
We learned and we taught each other about our own practices, about our own challenges, and also about the opportunities to advance the field of clinical event adjudication. I hope what we recognize as a group is there's an incredible opportunity to better define the processes that we implement in conducting event adjudication, that we need to do a better job of quantifying the metrics and setting standards of quality. And then I think we need to create the path moving forward. Is that with more meetings like this, and we hope this becomes an annual event. We also need to define what we need to publish in the peer review literature. How can we work with the FDA to better define some guidelines and recommendations for event adjudication? And then importantly, we need to talk to the pharmaceutical, the device, and the tech companies to see what they're looking for and how we can share best practices in their organizations.